Hello, I am Aidan and you are the listener, and this is Switching to the Future, a lame and short weekly podcast where I discuss the latest news about Nintendo and occasionally discuss other mostly relevant topics in regards to mainly video games and sometimes other stuff. Yeah, I've gone back to saying, hey, I'm Aidan and you're a listener at the beginning again. Happy Friday. It's the 21st of March 2025 and less than 12 days until the Switch 2 Direct. I know. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Right, just a quick heads up. Starting from the episode on April 4th, expect the time to be a bit more wonkier when this podcast comes out due to daylight savings. This mostly applies to, well, I mean, I don't know who this applies to, but it might apply to somebody, so figured I'd mention it than not mention it. Okay, here's headlines. Nintendo Music got 3 soundtracks for 3 puzzle games this week in an unprecedented occurrence. Tetris for the Game Boy. All the tracks are here from the iconic theme. Da 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 da. To the Type A theme on first print copies that is less iconic because it was only on the first print copies before being replaced with the iconic theme. Tetris for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Not as iconic, but I'm sure somebody likes the music. Also, I believe, don't they have da 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 da. I believe that's that, so yeah. And Dr. Mario for the Nintendo Entertainment System, including the classic Type A theme. And yeah. Also, the Nintendo Switch Online Classic catalogues are quite a bit of news this week. All for the Super Nintendo catalogue. The Super Nintendo catalogue is losing Super Soccer in all regions at 1 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time on the 20th of March. You have a little less than a week to play this if you care about it. With the same update at the exact same time next week, there'll be 4 games to replace it. Nobunaga's Ambition, Lord of Darkness, Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4, Wall of Fire, and Uncharted Waters, New Horizons. All strategy games set in the past and probably with fantasy elements in them. I believe one of them's a really good RPG from what I've heard, so yeah. Also, my Nintendo Gold Point distribution ends in a little less than 4 days. If you're going to make a digital purchase on the Nintendo eShop, I advise you do it now. Same can be said for pre-orders. I think Pokemon Legends Z2A is up for pre-order right now, so you can reserve that, and payment only comes out a week before release. No pre-orders for Metroid Prime 4 yet, from as I'm aware, so yeah. Okay, and here's the crazy news. Yooka-Replay, one of the confirmed but technically not confirmed Switch 2 games, got a new trailer this week. Still just says Nintendo at the end of it. I presume official Switch 2 game reveals will start April 2nd. Also, the game is coming 2025, so could come any day now. In theory, but it'll probably be out later in the year. Doubt it would be out for the Switch 2 launch, though. I mean, they do have the... Who knows? We may get answers April 2nd. Also, Lego Pokemon sets got announced. What do I have to say about this? Lego has gotten them the license to print money. Until they inevitably blunder, because to make the sets unique, like Lego Mario. I'm surprised that even sells for the brick-built figures. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition is out, and we don't know when the next Nintendo game will release outside of just 2025 and late 2025. So, yeah. We're in the abyss. Again. Also, Nintendo has continued their partnership with the Major League Baseball team Seattle Mariners, with their home kit having the Nintendo logo on the shoulder and the away kit having the Switch 2 logo on it. This is the beginning of Switch 2's marketing. Yay. And that's all the news that I can confirm. But we have rumours this week as well. So welcome back to the Rumour Mill, a second time since I relaunched this little segment. New filing with the United States Federal Communications Commission, and involves something with the model number BEE21. The product specification label is positioned where it would be on a Nintendo GameCube controller and lacks NFC, but is a wireless device. People believe this is a GameCube controller. I wouldn't take it just because of that. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's definitely a GameCube controller just because it said so there. Well, just because of the positioning of a label. Tons of stuff with labels in weird positions. I mean, like the Wii Remote, under the battery cover. That's where all the product specification label is. Switch Pro controller. Lower back of it. Switch Joy-Cons to the sides of them, near the rails. So, yeah. Also, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition has a 60 FPS mode in the executable that apparently does not work properly. I predict this will be a Switch 2 enhancement for the game, much like how PS4 Pro games, the PS4 Pro enhancements are on the same executable as the main base PS4 game. So, yeah. And that's it for rumours and leaks and all that. I mean, I'm putting leaks in rumours just because, I mean, like, it ain't guaranteed. So, topic of the week number 13. Less than 12 days away from the Direct. How do I feel? I still feel excited, but, I mean, like, it's beginning to settle in now. Like, I'm more hyped than ever, but, like, it's the end of an era. The end of a really good era. Nintendo Switch, I mean, it's been a great console. It's had probably some of the highest quality game releases ever. There's no, I mean, outside of Everybody Want to Switch, which is a cash grab that makes Wii Play Motion look fun, though Wii Play Motion is actually fun. Almost every Nintendo published game has been of high quality or innovative. I mean, even Everybody Wants to Switch is sort of innovative with smartphone controls and 100 players and all that. Like, you know, it's just crazy how, like, sorry, I'm just a bit lost for words. It's weird that I'm dedicating I've dedicated an entire podcast to an entertainment device. It's fun. I enjoy doing this, but, like, it's just looking at all the Switch games on my shelf. I mean, such high levels of quality compared to other systems. I mean, like, Wii Music, like, I mean, outside of Everybody Want to Switch, has there really been a Switch game on that level of novelty that isn't really that fun? Or, say, you know, like, and then, like, you know, there are also, just all of the releases made sense. I mean, there's no cooking guide. Can't decide what to eat for the Nintendo Switch, you know, because it's a console. And I think okay, I've realised something by just mentioning that. A lot of people are fixated on the firmware with the Switch 2. You know, they're so fixated on what software features are going to be there because of their beloved Wii U having Miiverse, Wii U Chat, and this, this, and the Wii having the Weather Channel, Nintendo Channel, the Food Delivery Channel in Japan only, and this, this, and, like, it's not what matters. The system software is not what matters. What matters is the games. If you're not interested in the games and only interested in the system software, get two devices on different operating systems. You know, get a Mac and a PC, well, to complement your PC if you like system software that much. Get an iPhone to complement your Android phone. Get a Zune to complement that old iPod. I don't know. what matters about a game console is the games. You know, there is none of that cooking guide or food delivery service on Switch because it's a Nintendo. It's a console. It's not a hub. If you want a hub, get an Xbox Series X or an Xbox One. If you want a hub, get a PS3. Those are really great media hubs, but the core identity of a console is always it's supposed to be a console. And Nintendo has realised that with the Switch. I mean, Nintendo Labo is a bit of a gimmick, but it's still a game. Everybody wants to Switch. It's a load of rubbish, but it's still a game. You know, Nintendo has realised a console's a console. And so they have kept away from unnecessary software outside of YouTube and maybe this, that, and that, this. And it's worked. So... But they also keep going for their Blue Ocean strategy, as they call it. You know, going after a large audience through accessible games. Mario Kart. You know, Mario Odyssey. Making the console easy to understand. And it's worked. And maybe that's why I love the Switch era so much compared to the Wii and Wii U eras. Which were great eras. Well, in part, I mean... The Wii U era definitely wasn't perfect at all, but, I mean, there were good games coming out, but Nintendo fortified, you know, the games. They made better games than ever, and it worked. That is my 5 or so minute tangent on system software. Well, thank you for watching. I'm Aidan, and you're the listener, still. Maybe somebody else will end up being a host, you know, co-host, perhaps, possibly. Maybe sometime this year. Well, I mean, I'm open to having a co-host now. But, yeah, okay. Before I keep rambling on, I'm Aidan, you're a listener. Yes, I said that before. And thank you for listening to my rambling. Have a good rest of your week. Day, week, night, month, whatever. Or I don't know, but... Well, whatever time period you're in, if you're watching this in 5 years' time, wondering the craziest guy who is still running a podcast somehow. Or not. Well, goodbye. See you next week.